The phone vibrates on the marble counter. His name flashes across the screen. Third time today. I don't reach for it. I watch it spin slightly from the vibration, rotating like a dying insect. The wine in my glass catches the afternoon light. Red, expensive, bought with money I'd forgotten I had access to. Money I'd been told we were saving for emergencies. The buzzing stops. Silence floods back into my new apartment. Small, clean, mine. I think about the last time I saw him, the way his face collapsed when I set the envelope on the kitchen table, how his hands trembled as he opened it, scanned the first page, then the second. This isn't, you can't be serious. But I was already walking toward the door. Sarah, wait! I didn't. That was a month ago. 25 years of marriage doesn't prepare you for the moment your husband looks you in the eye and says, "You were never emotionally present." We were sitting in the living room. I'd just finished folding laundry, his shirts ironed and precise the way he liked them. Dinner was in the oven. Our youngest had called that morning from college, homesick, and I'd talked her through it for 40 minutes while scrubbing tile grout. "I need more," he said. I looked at him, really looked. His skin was smoother, cologne I didn't recognize. He'd been smiling at his phone for weeks. "More what?" I asked. "Connection, passion. You're just here, but you're not here." I set down the towel I was folding. "I see." He seemed relieved, like he'd been practicing this speech, like he'd workshopped it with someone who told him he deserved better. Someone who probably didn't know he hadn't paid a mortgage in 15 years. I didn't scream, didn't cry. I went upstairs and opened his laptop. He never changed his passwords, arrogant or careless or both. The email account loaded instantly, filters organized by sender. I scrolled, found her name buried in a subfolder labeled Project Files. Jessica. Messages stretched back 9 months, pictures, plans, hotel receipts disguised as business expenses, and something else, something that made my blood run cold. A shared document titled Our Future. They'd been budgeting, using spreadsheets to calculate how much he'd keep after the divorce, how the house would be split, what my minimal financial contribution meant in terms of settlement. She'd helped him map out how to leave me with nothing. I screenshotted everything, uploaded it to a cloud account he didn't know existed. Then I closed the laptop and went back downstairs. "You're right," I said. "You deserve space." The next morning I called a lawyer. Not just any lawyer, the one my brother had used when his ex-wife tried to hide assets, a woman with a reputation for being surgical. "I need you to tell me what I actually own," I said. She did. Turns out that house he was so proud of, the one he told me was mostly his equity from before we married. Paid off with inheritance from my mother, documented, notarized. The savings account he'd been managing? Joint, 50-50, except my name was on the original account before his was added. The retirement fund he'd been contributing to for both of us? Mine too, community property. 25 years in a no-fault state meant I was entitled to half of everything, and in some cases, significantly more. I listened as she explained my options. Then I made a choice. I handed him the keys on a Sunday. "What is this?" he asked. "The house. It's yours. The savings account too. All of it." His eyes widened. Confusion, then something like triumph flickered across his face. "Sarah, I didn't expect you to be so reasonable about this." "Oh, I'm very reasonable." I picked up my purse, a single suitcase by the door. "You said I wasn't emotionally present, so now you'll have plenty of space to miss me." I walked out. He didn't follow. What he didn't know, I'd already transferred 40% of the joint savings into an account he couldn't touch, legal, preemptive, documented with the lawyer as separate property under evaluation. What he didn't know, the house was underwater on a second mortgage he'd taken out without telling me, one I had no legal obligation to share. What he didn't know, Jessica had a husband, one who was very interested in the screenshots I'd anonymously sent to his work email. And what he really didn't know, I'd stopped loving him 2 years ago when I realized he saw me as furniture, useful, invisible, replaceable. The phone vibrates again. I pick it up this time, swipe to decline, then I block his number. The apartment is quiet. Sunlight pours through windows that face east. I'll see every sunrise now. I think about him in that empty house, realizing the bills are all in his name, realizing Jessica is gone, realizing he traded a partner for a fantasy and got neither. I take another sip of wine. He wanted space. I gave him an entire lifetime of it. And I've never felt more present in my life.